SME strives to be above industry standards in safety. This video shares safety expectations and requirements.
Outlined in this training video are basic steps to proper duct installation according to standards of the Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors National Association, or SMACNA. The ducts being installed here were covered with a blue protective plastic film immediately following their assembly. This ensures that the newly installed ductwork system remains clear of residual dust or debris. It is also standard with a commercial or large-size duct to use a flange ductwork application. Traverse duct flange, or TDF, is a flanging system that consists of forming a flange profile on the duct ends made from a sheet from which the duct is fabricated. The initial step will begin from a previously anchored duct. Remove the plastic film. Always remember to practice ladder safety by using 3 points of contact when going up and down steps. Apply mastic tape sealant on each corner of gasketing. Mastic is used because it will not deteriorate or lose its adhesion over time. Though the installer is applying a corner seal on the anchored duct, the connecting duct section end will have a full wrap joint seal. This approach ensures there is no system air leakage from the joints. Once the corner seal is complete on the anchored duct, attention is then moved to the connecting duct. After removing the plastic film, the installer will apply a full wrap joint seal on the connecting end, paying close attention to corners. When finished, the connecting duct section can now be carefully placed on the lift for mounting. Remember to center loads and balance the duct to prevent shifting or falling. Using a lift provides support and allows the installers to focus on properly mounting the duct. As the duct is lifted, communication with the installer and lift operator helps to ensure even placement. Align the two ducts together using a center punch through the lower flange corner hole. Use vice grip locking pliers to lock the alignment of the lower flange hole location, then move to the top corner flange hole. After successfully pinning and aligning the top corner flange, that hole will also be locked with a vice grip. Now that this side of the duct is aligned and locked, the installer can begin securing the duct together with bolts. With the use of a TDF bolt system, consisting of a 3/8 carriage bolt and 3/8 flange nut, secure the lower flange corner followed by the upper. Additional adjustment with a center punch may be required to help align holes to properly insert bolts. Tighten the bolts using a ratchet wrench or standard 9/16. This will smash the gasket and establish the seal. Be careful not to over-tighten, as it could bend the reinforcement on the corner and may create system air leakage. Once completed, attention can now shift to the opposite side of the duct using the same steps as with the first side. All 4 corners have the same process: pinning in the ductwork, aligning ducts together, locking the corners, and installing bolts and nuts to secure the corners. The next step is to place cleats onto the adjoining flanges using a cleat tool that helps snap the cleat in place. This closes the opposite sides of the flange, pulling seals together, creating a duct. Depending on the width of the duct, 2 to 3 cleats may be required. Cleats are to be installed at spacing of 12 inches. The final step is hanger support. After properly placing the ladder under the anchoring system, still using 3 points of contact when climbing, communicate with the lift operator to orient duct placement. Set and adjust the hanger system to stabilize the duct, paying close attention that the hanger is straight and the duct is level. This step is very important. There are specific elevations required at installations that must be maintained. After the hanger is locked down, the lift can be lowered for the next duct section. Installation steps will now repeat, using the same process as previously illustrated in this training video.